Foursquare dairy owners are being escorted by police with their cash takings amid fears over looting and theft in cyclone-hit Gisborne. That according to Kerry Allen, who was on our show just moments ago. Police have arrested 59 people in the Eastern District so far, with 42 in Hawke's Bay and 17 in Tairāwhiti, Gisborne. These are some locals from Eskdale who are worried about their area.
Or just looters in general are coming in, they're threatening people, stealing their stuff.
So just coming out, trying to steal the food that's been dropped off, filming the street so that they can come back later and grab generators and quad bikes and whatever has survived, and that breaks my heart.
Police Commissioner Andrew Costa's with us live this morning. Commissioner, good morning. Thank you for being with us. Are all of the roadblocks that have been set up by locals, are they now manned by police? Do you know?
Look, we're working with those communities, Ryan. There's a lot of concern, as you have reported, about what might happen in those places. We've surged a massive number of police staff in there. We're now up to 120 additional frontline staff. That includes the Eagle helicopter, additional dog staff, and then an additional 20 coming in over the coming days. So we're really looking to saturate that area. The fact that we can, for example, escort dairy owners, as has been reported from Gisborne, reflects the large number of staff that we have there. Okay, so that will be reassuring for people. Is that because you're aware that this is a real problem, or is that an acknowledgement that this is a serious issue, that there is a lot of looting going on? It's always a serious risk, and we have seen incidents of that kind of behaviour, and there are no words to describe people who would do that to these communities given what they've experienced. In terms of what we're actually seeing, we have increased levels of family harm being reported. Our dishonesty offending is actually lower than normal. We need to acknowledge, of course, that reporting is harder than usual, but in terms of our numbers, it's the family harm that is up at the moment.
How much is it up by, do you know?
I'm told in the vicinity of 60%, but I don't want to quote fine detail here, but that's where we're seeing elevated concern right now, and those frontline staff will be responding to a wide range of incidents, be it dishonesty offending, family harm, or indeed gang-related behaviour, which is unfortunately something that we frequently see in this district as a BAU thing.
Business as usual, I'm assuming you mean that. Yeah, so that's a real worry about family harm incidents. When it comes to the looting, what's your message to people who are so worried? And as you say, communication would have been the biggest thing for the likes of Puketapu. What's your message to people who are arming themselves with weapons?
Yeah, we don't want people to put themselves or others in situations of unnecessary risk. The fear that is in the community is understandable. Much of the information that's been circulated about things occurring we've found to be inaccurate, and that isn't helping people's state of mind when they are feeling fatigued and really vulnerable. So I think we just need calm. People should know there are large numbers of police staff deployed right across the district, and we will manage any issues that arise.
Can you tell us what you've found to be inaccurate?
I'm not going to sort of compound that problem by repeating it, but many of the situations that have been reported to us or not reported to us, but reported in the community when we've dug into them, we haven't been able to substantiate. The things that have occurred, we've dealt with. For example, yesterday there was a firearms incident involving a gang member. We arrested that person yesterday afternoon. So we're moving really fast where we can sort of demonstrate that something has actually occurred.
What happened with the gang member? Did he fire the gun, or?
It was a presentation, and it was probably fairly similar to what we see between gangs in that community in the normal course of things. So
it was a gang-on-gang
we have deployed additional staff to the district. Certainly a gang-related activity, and we had additional staff in the district before the cyclone because of gang tensions, so that's not, unfortunately, a new problem.
Where are these officers coming on from? You said 120 extra, plus 20 more coming. The Eagle helicopter, one of the Eagles is there. Does this leave us vulnerable in other places?
Look, obviously, Eastern is not the only place where we've seen impacts from the cyclone, so we need to manage that right across the country. Eastern is the district that for us is highest priority for these impacts at the moment, so we've got staff there from Wellington, Palmerston North, Auckland, all over. I was there on Friday. I was really very proud of what our people are doing. They're hugely positive, lots of energy, and doing an outstanding job.
Do we need a curfew? Have you looked at one?
I don't believe that's necessary, Ryan. Whilst we've seen incidents of really bad behaviour, at this stage we're very comfortable that we're in control of the situation on the ground.
All right. Let's talk very briefly about the saddest part of this whole thing, and that is the people who are losing their lives, who have lost their lives, and families still trying to find others. Your police is in charge of the list, for want of a better phrase, of who's missing. Do you know how many people, have you managed to work out how many people are still missing? And how many people have you got working on the double-ups to make sure that there are no double-ups? How quickly is this happening?
So we're now up to 6,500 people who have been reported uncontactable, but we've managed to track down 4,000 of those, so that the gap is closing. Obviously, as people are coming online, we really encourage them to let us know that they're okay, and they can do that online through the 10.5 digital channel. And if someone's reported someone missing, please, and you found them, please let us know so we can remove them from the list.
Okay.
The number of deaths in total is 11, and that number, clearly will grow, but we expect that the vast majority of these will be explained by people being out of communication.
Okay. Have you put the location of these 2,500 individuals over a map of areas that are currently missing cell phone coverage, so you can try and work out, okay, well, it's likely that this number of people are uncontactable rather than missing because the cell phone coverage is here and not here? Is someone doing that work?
Obviously, people moved around a lot in the immediate aftermath of the cyclone. So you've got people who are away from where they normally stay. They'll be with wherever they've been able to get accommodation. So that mapping probably is of less use maybe than understanding who was from the areas that were worst hit by the flooding, because those would be the people about whom we would have greatest concern. We've got a team of 100 people outside of the district working on the list reconciliations. They'll do as much as they can by phone, and then we need to go to door-to-door inquiries as that narrows down.
Just very quickly before we go, you said that there are 11 people who've lost their lives. How many others do you have grave concerns for this morning?
Look, I know that a number of 10 has been talked about. I think until we get to the bottom of the list, it's going to be hard to be confident about those numbers. Clearly, there's a lot of searching that needs to still occur across flood-damaged properties, and that's a job that's being handled by the wider operation. So we just need to wait and see how that plays out. But I'm confident that the large number we have now will narrow down reasonably quickly as people get back on their phones.
Commissioner, just a quick one, sorry, on the family harm incidents. Have safe houses been affected, and are you confident in there being enough places for people who are in that position that they can go and get care in a safe place?
Yeah, look, if anyone is feeling unsafe and needs help, they just need to contact us. Our team will make whatever arrangements are necessary to keep people safe. Clearly, there's been a wide range of impacts, and all of the welfare services are extended in different ways, but there's nothing more important than people's safety from offending like family harm.